you to the Board of Education for Palm Springs Unified School District regular meeting at January 13th, 2026. May I have a roll call, please?
Board Member Espericueta?
Here.
Board Member Jarrell?
Here.
Board Clerk Irvin? Board President Cornett?
Here.
Member Girardi is absent. We have Student Board Member Singh and Student Board Member Aguilar Hernandez.
Here.
If anyone in the audience requires a headset for Spanish translation, please raise your hand and a device will be provided to you. Member Espericueta?
Sí, claro. Si alguien en la audiencia requiere unos audífonos para que se les traduzca en el español, por favor levante su mano en cualquier momento y un dispositivo se les va a proveer. Gracias.
We're so glad you're here with us tonight, whether you're joining us in person or watching us along on YouTube. We thank you for being part of tonight's meeting. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Cathedral City High School Student Board Member Leslie Aguilar Hernandez.
Leslie Aguilar Fernández. Juro lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la República que representa una nación indivisible con libertad y justicia para todos.
If you could please stay standing.
Si usted se
For a
puede
moment of
mantener de
silence
pie,
be observed for Paige Codwell, Burkholder,
vamos
Ruth
a
Quake,
ofrecer un
Brenda
minuto de
Hyde,
silencio.
and Lori Bennett. Paige Codwell, Burkholder, dedicated 3 years of
dedicó
service
3
as a social
años
science
de
teacher
servicio
at
como
Rancho Mirage High
maestro de
School
ciencias
from
sociales
2015
en la
to
escuela de Rancho
2018.
Mirage.
Ruth Quake began her career in Palm Springs
Su
Unified
carrera
in
en el
1989
distrito
and
de
retired from
1999
Cathedral City
y se
High School in
jubiló de la
2018,
catedral,
dedicating 29
dedicando
years of service to
29
Palm
años
Springs
de
Unified
servicio
School
al
District.
Distrito Unificado de Palm
Brenda
Springs.
Hyde began her career in Palm
Comenzó
Springs
su
Unified
carrera
School
en
District
el
in
distrito
1997
en
as an
el
office specialist and
1997
retired in
y se
2022,
jubiló en
dedicating
2022,
25 years of
dedicó
service to
25
the Palm Springs
años de
Unified School
servicio
District.
en el
Mary
distrito.
Bennett was a valued member of the
Era
of
un
Rancho
miembro
Mirage
valioso.
High School boys basketball coaching staff,
También
supporting the
entrenó
team for
al
12
equipo varonil de
seasons, and
baloncesto.
also served as a
También
volleyball
cumplió
scorekeeper.
como el que estaba llevando los puntajes del equipo de
You may
voleibol.
be seated.
Se pueden sentar.
Item 6C,
El punto
our mission
6C,
statement will be
la
read by
declaración
Desert
de la
Hot
misión,
Springs High School
y va a ser
Student
leído
Board
por el
Member Sarah
estudiante
Singh in English and Board
Sarah
Member
en
Sergio
inglés y
Espericueta in
el
Spanish.
miembro, el señor Espericueta en
All
español.
members of Palm
Todos los
Springs
miembros
Unified School
del
District are
Distrito
united
Escolar
in our commitment
Unificado
to
de Palm
equity.
Springs están
We
unidos
create
en
deep,
nuestro
meaningful
compromiso
learning
con la equidad.
opportunities,
Creamos
build
oportunidades de
professionalism, and
aprendizaje
engage parents and
profundas y
community to
significativas.
ensure success for all
Construimos
students.
profesionalismo y
All
alentamos a
students
los padres y a la
graduate with the
comunidad a
skills,
participar para
capacities,
garantizar el
and
éxito de todos los
confidence needed to
estudiantes. Todos los
succeed
estudiantes
in a
se gradúan
rapidly
con
changing
habilidades,
world.
capacidades y seguridad necesarias para triunfar
Thank
en un
you.
mundo que cambia
Our mission
rápidamente.
statement
Gracias.
will be read by,
El,
our land
Perdón,
acknowledgement
el
will be
reconocimiento
read
de
by
la
Let me,
tierra
let
será
me read the
leído.
one in Spanish.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
¿Quiere que lea
Ah,
en
bien.
español?
Todos los miembros
Todos los
del
miembros
Distrito Unificado de Palm Springs
de Palm Springs
están unidos
están
en nuestro
unidos.
compromiso con la equidad. Creamos oportunidades de aprendizaje profundas y significativas. Creamos profesionalismo e involucramos a los padres y a la comunidad para garantizar el éxito de todos los estudiantes. Todos los estudiantes se gradúan con las habilidades, capacidades y confianza necesaria para tener éxito en un mundo de cambio rápido.
Thank you.
Gracias.
6C, land acknowledgement
Y
will
el
be read by
reconocimiento
Dr.
a
Simone
la tierra,
Kovac.
el doctor Sinred.
The Palm Springs Unified School District
La señora, el
acknowledges the
reconocimiento al
Cahuilla
pueblo
as the
Cahuilla como
original
guardianes
stewards of the land
originales de la
on which
tierra
the Palm Springs
en la
Unified
que ahora
School
nos
District
reunimos.
facilities now sit. We are grateful
Estamos
to have the
agradecidos de
opportunity
tener la
to work with the
oportunidad
indigenous
de
people
trabajar
in this
con los
place.
indígenas
We
de
pay
este
our
lugar.
respect to the Cahuilla people,
Rendimos
past,
nuestro
present, and emerging, who have been here
respeto
since time
al pueblo
immemorial.
Cahuilla, pasado, presente y
Item
emergente,
7,
que ha estado aquí desde los tiempos
Report of closed
inmemoriales.
session actions. Clerk
algunos
Irving, are there
puntos
any
de
closed
la
session
sesión a
actions to
puerta
report?
cerrada. ¿Hay alguno
No, there
que
are no
debemos
closed session
informar?
actions to
No
report.
hay acciones,
Item 8, approval
puntos de
of the
acciones para
agenda. Can
informar.
I get a motion to approve the
¿Puedo
agenda
una
as
moción para
presented?
aprobar la agenda
move the
tal y
motion.
como se presenta?
second?
Se presenta la
All
moción.
those in favor?
Segunda
Aye.
moción, todos a
Motion
favor.
passes.
Se acepta la moción.
Number 9, consent items.
El punto
Approval of
9,
meeting minutes for the December
los puntos de
9,
consentimiento,
2025. Can I get a
la
motion to
aprobación
approve
de
those
la
minutes?
agenda y estos
I
minutos.
move for approval.
Se presenta la
Second.
moción. Segundo la moción.
All in favor?
Todos a favor.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Se
We come to
aprueba la moción.
item 10, which is our
El punto
special
10
recognition. The
es
governing
las
board wishes to
reconocimientos
recognize and
especiales
commend the following employees
y
of
la
the month
Junta
for January
desea reconocer a los
2026. We
siguientes
have a few
empleados
short videos
y
produced by our
tenemos
digital
algunos
media
videos
interns.
producidos por el equipo.
We nominated Cindy Novi. She is our fabulous front
Nominamos a
office
Cindy
secretary
Novi.
slash admin
Es
assistant.
una
She
secretaria
is the heartbeat of
maravillosa.
our school, one of the
Ella
first ones
es
to greet staff
la luz de
and
nuestra
parents
escuela.
and other community members when they enter the office.
Y
Looking at her
también a
tasks that she
otros
does
miembros de
every
la
day,
comunidad
it's
cuando
the
entran a la
gamut of
oficina.
securing subs, helping with budget,
asegura
helping kids with
los
Band-Aids. It's just, you name it, she does
maestros
it multiple hats
que
and juggling all of
sustituyen
those with a smile and a
con una
dedication to
sonrisa
not only
y
the staff, but
dedicación,
also the students and their
no
families
solamente
at
para el
Catherine
personal,
Finchie.
pero también a los
Cindy, I
estudiantes.
appreciate your
Cindy,
dedication, your
agradecemos su
commitment,
dedicación,
but
su
also even when things
compromiso.
get tough and the
aunque
workload gets
las cosas se
challenging,
ponen
you
difíciles,
still find a way to make everyone
desafiantes,
smile
Usted
and
encuentra una
laugh,
manera de hacer
and you get the work done.
reír
Thank you, Cindy.
y
You're
hacer el
amazing.
trabajo. Gracias, Sandy.
I'm very proud to nominate
muy
Mrs. Mary
orgulloso
Vaughn,
de nominar
our
a Mary
intervention
Vaughn,
teacher at Catherine Finchie, for the
esta
Certificated
maestra
Employee of the Month.
de
Trying to
Catherine
describe
Finchie.
Mary, you can't come up with
Si
enough
podemos
words. Not only is
queremos
she a
describir a Mary,
fabulous
no la
intervention
podemos
teacher, she
describir.
goes above and
Es una
beyond
maestra
for helping run
fabulosa,
family
ella va más
engagement
allá,
opportunities after
ayudando
school,
a-
helping support class and all
ayudando también
students,
al
even if
apoyo
they're
en
not
la
in her
clase,
intervention class.
en
She's a
la clase de
huge
intervención.
impact to all
Es
of
un
the
impacto
teachers,
grande a
running
todos los
PDs from things that
maestros.
she's learned outside of the school day
Y
to help all of our teachers
ha
really
ayudado a
meet the needs of
todos
our
los
students
maestros
at Catherine
y las
Finchie.
necesidades también
She
de
is a
los
tireless
estudiantes.
worker,
Catherine
and she never wants to
trabaja
get any
sin
credit
parar,
for any
no
of
merece
the hard work
crédito
that she
por todo
does.
el
So
trabajo
when I told her
duro
about
que lleva
that I
a
had
cabo, le
nominated her,
dije
she kept
eso, que
texting me,
la iba
can't
a
you pick
nominar.
someone else?
Ella me
Can't you pick someone
seguía
else? And I
mandando
had to say,
mensajes de
no,
texto,
Mary,
digo, "Puedes
it is
escoger
you.
más,
Mary, I
¿quieres
just want to
escoger
say
más?"
a
Y
huge
decía, "No,
heartfelt
Mary,
thank you
eres
from not
tú.
only myself, but the rest of the
Este,
teachers
eres una
and
gran
the students and the
apoyo
parents.
para
You do
todos, no
amazing
solamente para
work,
mí.
and you go
Gracias por
above
tu
and beyond in
trabajo
all
maravilloso
areas
y
to
va
help
más allá
Catherine Finchie be an
en
amazing school.
esta
Thank you.
escuela. Muchas gracias.
At this time, will the Board of Education,
este
Executive
momento,
Cabinet,
la Junta de
Mr. Hammond,
Educación
and our
y
student
el
board
gabinete
members please make their way to the
ejecutivo,
front
por
of the
favor,
room?
acérquense a frente del salón.
We would like to call up our classified employee of
Queremos
the month,
llamar a
Mrs.
los
Cindy
empleados
Novi.
clasificados del mes, la señorita Sandy Novi.
Cindy, is there anything you'd like
Sandy,
to share or
¿hay algo
anyone
que
in the
quería
audience who you'd like to
compartir?
acknowledge or thank?
¿O alguien en el público que quisiera
I
reconocer?
just wanted to say thank you. I'm
Quiero
so grateful to
agradecer
be part of the
y
Catherine
estoy
Finchie team,
agradecida de estar
and I'm just happy I
y
get
ser
to
parte de esta
go to work
escuela.
every day where I have a lot of fun.
Llego al trabajo y me divierto mucho.
Thank you, Cindy.
Gracias, Sandy.
Now we'd like to call up
Ahora
Ms. Mary
queremos
Vaughn,
llamar
our
a la
Certificated
señora
Employee of the
Mary
Month.
Vaughn, la empleada certificada del mes.
Mary, is there anything you'd like to
Mary,
share or
¿hay
anyone
algo
you'd
que
like to
quiere
acknowledge in the
compartir o
room?
alguien que está aquí que quisiera reconocer?
I just want to say that
Solo quiero decir
I can't do any of this
que
without
no
the support of
pudiera
my admin
hacer
and,
esto sin el
the rest of
apoyo
my
de
team,
la
Catherine
administración
Finchie. We
y
all
todo
work
el
closely
equipo.
together and
Esto lo
appreciate-
hacemos
Oh, and
juntos.
my mom is back there too. Her too.
Mi
I thank
mamá
her
está
too.
allá atrás. Gracias.
Thank you, Mary.
Gracias, Mary.
The governing board now wishes to
Junta
recognize
también
the
desea
following Catherine
reconocer
Finchie Elementary School students for
los
academic
estudiantes de Catherine
excellence.
Finchie por
Valeria
su
Salazar.
éxito académico, Valeria Salazar.
Mr. Hammond, would you like to share a few words about Valeria?
Of course.
Señor Hammond, quisiera
Valeria
compartir
exemplifies
algo
everything that
en cuanto
makes
a
a
Valeria.
rock star student. She is respectful, she is
Ella es
responsible, she is a
respetuosa,
hard worker.
responsable,
She always has that
trabajadora.
amazing smile on her
Siempre
face. It's going to be
tiene una
exciting to
sonrisa
see
en
what she
su
continues to
cara
achieve as
y
she
es emocionante
continues
ver
on
lo
her
que
educational
ella
journey in
continuar
middle school, high school, and who
teniendo
knows
en
what
su
comes after that.
carrera.
Congratulations, Valeria.
Felicidades, Valeria.
We have our parents come up also if they're here.
Si los padres están aquí, pueden pasar al frente.
Thank you, Valeria.
Gracias, Valeria.
Now we'd like to
Ahora
recognize
queremos
Edgar
reconocer
Quesada.
a Edgar Quesada.
Mr. Hammond, would you like to share a few
Señor
words
Hammond,
about
quisiera
Edgar?
compartir algunas palabras.
Of course.
Acerca de
Edgar's a
Edgar.
second grader in Mrs. Charming's
Sí,
class
en
at Catherine
segundo
Finchie, and you can
año
already tell that he's
en
going to be
la
achieving great
escuela
things
Catherine
in
Finchie.
his
Sabemos
life,
que
just
va
the
a
way he
lograr
works hard
mucho.
in class.
Él
He's a
trabaja
respectful
duro en la
student,
clase,
he helps others,
respetuoso,
and he's
ayuda
going to
a
do some
otros,
amazing things going
y
forward.
sabemos que
Congratulations,
hará
Edgar.
cosas maravillosas en el futuro. Felicidades, Edgar.
Would Edgar's parents like to join him at the front?
Los padres
Would
de
Edgar's
Edgar
parents like to join him at the front?
quisieran pasar al frente para estar con él.
And his teacher come up also?
¿Qué tal también su maestro?
Thank you, Edgar.
Gracias, Edgar.
The governing board wishes to
La
recognize
Junta
and
desea
commend the
reconocer y
following
elogiar a
parents
los
for being
siguientes
involved in
padres
Catherine Finchie
por
Elementary
estar
School activities
involucrados en
and
las
events.
actividades de Catherine
Kristen
de la
Gertson,
primaria
please
Catherine
join us at
Finchie.
the front.
Kristen Gerson puede pasar al frente.
Mr. Hammond, would you like to share a few words
Señor
about
Hammond,
Kristen?
quisiera compartir algunas
Of course.
palabras acerca de
Kristen is
Kristen.
an invaluable asset as a parent to Catherine Finchie. Not only
una
is she our
persona
PTA
valiosa
president, she
en
serves
esta
on our school
escuela.
site council, and she also
Ella
was
también
able to be on loan from Raymond Cree to do some PD for our teachers
ha
multiple
hecho
times throughout the year.
asistencia
So she
con
is an
nuestros
amazing, not
maestros,
only mother,
ella no
parent,
solo
but
es
also a
madre,
friend to everyone at
pero
Catherine Finchie.
también una
Congratulations.
amiga en todos en esta escuela. Felicidades.
Thank you, Kristen.
Gracias, Kristen.
Now we'd like to recognize
Ahora
Jennifer Wattage.
Queremos reconocer a Jennifer Parrish.
Mr. Hammond, would you like to share a few
Señor
words about
Hammond,
Yes,
Jennifer?
of course.
compartir algunas
Jennifer
palabras
is also
acerca
an
de
invaluable
Jennifer.
parent.
Ella también
From
es
her
un-
being out front of school dressed in a cow
madre
costume on Halloween, trying to promote our trunk or
apreciamos.
treat,
Ella está promoviendo
to
también
roping in a
este
significant other
trunk
to
or
dress
treat.
up as the Grinch to our
Y
family movie night that
ella
we held
se
before
vistió
winter
de El
break.
Grinch
She is there to
en la
support all
noche
of our
de
students and staff,
película,
and even is
apoya a
subbing
los
in our front
estudiantes
office
y
periodically. So
a
congratulations, Jennifer.
personal.
Thank you.
Felicidades, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer and Mr. Hammond.
Gracias, Jennifer y también señor Hammond.
At this time, the governing board
En este
wishes to
momento,
recognize
la
and commend
Junta
the following recipient of the Board of
reconocer y
Education's Making a
elogiar
Difference Award,
de
the
los
Agua
que
Caliente
reciben,
Band of Cahuilla
Making
Indians.
a Difference
Let's give them a round of applause.
de
The
la
Agua
comunidad
Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indian Tribal Council. One more
este
round of applause.
tribu. Una vez más, aplaudamos.
I have the honor of reading
honor.
this. It is with extreme
Es
gratitude,
con
pride,
una
and
gratitud
pleasure
o
that we honor the
orgullo
Agua
y
Caliente
placer que
Band of
honramos
Cahuilla
a
Indians
esta
Tribal Council
banda
with
y
our
al
Making a Difference Award.
consejo que ha estado haciendo
Their unsurpassed commitment to our
diferencia
scholars and their futures is
a nuestros
unmatched. It is a partnership that
estudiantes.
all of us in Palm Springs
Es una
Unified
relación
value
con nosotros
we
en Palm
respect
Springs que
and
valoramos,
cherish
respetamos
beyond what any award
y
can
apreciamos.
express. Over the
No hay
past
palabras para
decade,
expresar.
the tribe has
Hace una
donated over 765,000 in various forms,
Nos ha
including
dado
school transportation grants,
diferentes
field trips to the Indian Canyons,
subsidios de
and
transporte,
cultural museum and support
el
for
museo,
educational endeavors
y
at
ha
school
apoyado
sites
las actividades
and for the district,
estudiantiles
including sponsorship of
también
Community Giving Day.
patrocinios.
Most unique and groundbreaking, their
Más que
leadership and
nada,
collaboration on our Native American
Pone
curriculum
los fundamentos en este
initiated in
currículum
2017.
en
It offers our scholars hands-on
el
learning
2017
about Cahuilla history
en esta
and
historia de
culture.
Coahuila y
And it's
cultura,
now
y ahora
part of our third grade,
es
8th
parte
grade, and 11th grade course
de
of
el
study.
tercer
This
grado
program
y
has
también
received
del
national
grado
recognition and
onceavo.
serves as a blueprint for
Reconocemos,
integrating
y esto sirve como
indigenous history
fundamento de la
and
historia
culture into public
indígena,
education.
cultura en la
Now, a state
educación
requirement
pública,
beginning
y
this
que ahora
year.
es un
That deserves
requisito
another round of
estatal.
applause.
Y esto merece otro
Almost
aplauso.
done. The tribe actively engages in
tribu
educational research,
participa
including
en
presentation of history
investigaciones
and cultural activities
educativas y
during Native
actividades
American
culturales
Heritage Month
durante el
and
mes
the
de
Carrot
la
Learning
herencia
Day and
indígena
Birdsong and Dance Festival.
y en festivales
The
de
support
danza
during the
y
pandemic,
música
specifically
apoyaron en la
funding
pandemia
graduation yearbooks for seniors exemplifies
asociado
their dedication to
con su
scholar
dedicación
welfare. For the
al
past
bienestar.
decade,
Por
Agua
la
Caliente
última
Band of Cahuilla Indians has hosted and
década,
led planning
ellos
and
han
implementation of the Coachella
albergado
Valley's annual regional college fair,
las
which
ferias
provides
anuales
thousands
de
of Valley
colegio
scholars
que
with the
proporciona
opportunity to visit their
miles de
representatives from
becas con
over
representantes
100 colleges and universities
de
across the
cientos
country,
de
as well as from
universidades
trade
en
schools
todo el
and branches of
país,
the military,
de
and
escuelas
learn more
vocacionales
about
para
available
aprender más de
resources through workshops and comprehensive online guides. We could go on and on about the contributions and the endless support from Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians that truly embody the heart and spirit of our Making a Difference Award. Their commitment and pledge to our scholars have supported our growth, our achievement, and our well-being, and also fosters a positive, inclusive, and respectful climate for each of our young learners. On behalf of the Board of Education, our administration, our staff, and most importantly, our young scholars, we extend our immense gratitude for the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians Tribal Council, represented here this evening by Chairman Reed Milanovich, Vice Chairman Anthony Purnell, and Secretary Savannah Sobel, along with our Director of Public Relations, Kate Anderson. Thank you for all that you do for our community, and please come up and join us for this incredible recognition. Thank you very much for your leadership.
This thing on? Okay. Very honored to be here tonight to be recognized, but you know, we're very proud to support the Palm Springs Unified School District. We live here too. It's very important to support our community, and I do want to speak on something specifically. You brought up the curriculum. That is a true partnership that the tribe has with the school district, so they should be recognized too. This is a first of its kind. Myself, our vice chairman, and Kate Anderson, we actually sat in these meetings when we were creating these curriculums. Russ, I don't remember their last names, but I know Russ, great guy, Mike, Ellen Goodman. We sat in meetings for numerous months trying to create a curriculum that would resonate with third graders, fifth graders, eighth graders, and it is an authentic curriculum because we're getting the school district is getting the content directly from the tribe. As you mentioned, it's the first of its kind. It's being recognized on a national level. Thank you for calling it a blueprint. That is what we are trying to do. I have been reached out to, and I know Tribal Council has been reached out to by numerous tribes asking, how was this done? How was this done? How did you get this done? And it is because we have such a great relationship with the Palm Springs Unified School District. So I want to say thank you for all that you do, and thank you to the teachers. We went to the teacher training and sat in a lot of those meetings, and I have a newfound respect for what teachers do. It's really great that you are taking the content that we are providing and sharing that with our youth. And that is really why we're doing what we're doing, is to provide opportunities, a brighter future for all of our youth. So with that, thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be here tonight. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, the governing board wishes to recognize and commend Sergio Espericueta for being an outstanding leader and for his dedicated service as board president during the 2025 calendar year.
The governing board would like to thank Sergio Espericueta for his service as board president and his outstanding service during the 2025 calendar year. His leadership, wisdom, and unwavering commitment have made meaningful impact on Palm Springs Unified School District scholars, families, and the community we serve. We are deeply appreciate and grateful for his dedication and the countless hours he devoted to guiding our forward. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You know, I am truly honored and grateful for this opportunity coming first from a fellow board members. Thank you for putting me in this position to grow in my public service. Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Fushing. Thank you, cabinet, staff, the families and the Palm Springs Unified School District. And I want to dedicate this recognition to the students at the Palm Springs Unified School District because everything that we do is for the scholar, everything, and we are here for that reason. And thank you, the community, thank you, the partner for all support. And to close, was easy for me to be a president of the board with the all collaboration, with the all support that we have in the Palm Springs Unified School District community. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. This now concludes our special recognitions.
Okay, we're on to item 11, public comments. We have to call you back. Clerk Irvin, have we received any electronic comments?
We have not received any electronic comments.
All comments are to be directed to the board to be under 3 minutes and shall be devoid of any personal attacks. Members of the public are expected to maintain a professional courteous decorum during public comments. Board members do not respond to public comments. Do we have any members of the public who wish to address the Board of Education? So far, I have 4 cards. We could have Jacob Gray come up. Not any. Oh. You have 3 minutes for your public comments, and Mrs. Terrell there's a little sign down there that shows you the minutes. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. Good evening. My name is Jacob Gray. I am an IBEW journeyman wireman. I work for the Electrical Union for Riverside County. And I'm here this evening just to express the importance and the value that a community workforce agreement has for a school district. It gives the opportunity for community outreach, for the trade unions to come in on career days, to invite schools to their facilities. It also gives the local hire aspect where the members of these communities can work on these projects as you guys continue to improve different schools and have new projects that they have somewhere that they can work. And it also gets, like I said, it gives the students that are not college bound that opportunity to meet somebody that's in a trade and guide them along, whether it's a mentorship or even an after-school program. We've had success at different school districts through these types of programs where we had an after-school program and the students would come and attend, and after they completed the program, they were actually given direct access to an interview to get into the IBEW apprenticeship. So that's it. Thank you guys for letting me talk tonight. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to call up Adam Sanchez.
Hi, good evening, President Corbett and members of the board and staff. My name is Adam Sanchez. I'm the education director for the Salvation Army in Cathedral City, which is right next to Landau Elementary School. And I'm just coming here to kind of circle back. I've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Espiricueta and also with Dr. Funches about our program at the Landau Elementary School. And basically what we have there is, I think it's the best kept secret. And here's the reason why. We're fortunate to have such great funders in the Coachella Valley that fund us, that we have room for about 20 to 25 elementary school kids. And what's excellent about the program is that we provide, phonemic awareness, reading fluency to kids that basically from 1st grade to 5th grade throughout the district. Now, many families just aren't aware of the programs, but having 2 teachers in each classroom, we're able to really elevate the English language learners. And I'm also fortunate to be the elected representative also for Landau Elementary School. And so as we're moving forward this year, we're looking forward to putting in an Anderson grant to develop our own, I like to use the STAR testing system. And we want to put that in the grant because we want to start testing our own kids and providing the resources. Because what we want to do now is make sure that our Funches scholars achieve excellence in education. We want to go another level. We really want to go there because there's so many kids, even at Landau, even though we only have 10 there, we have 4 more throughout the district. And what's wonderful about it is that through our funders, it only costs $50 for 1 child. If you have 2, $75. If you have 4, it's $100. Could you imagine if you have 2 or 3 kids that are reading below grade level? We want to get them up there. So as we provide for the grant, we'll be submitting it next month. And I just want to kind of circle back to see if we can create that relationship where we want to use the STAR system, but we also want to work with the school district and the parents and the teachers to really develop a special program where we elevate children in our community. And like I said before, for just $75, I could have 3 children in one family that's reading below grade level. And so hopefully that if there's any way that we can contribute to that relationship, because we want to submit it with the support of the Coachella Valley Unified School District. I should say Coachella Palm Springs Unified School District. I just happen to work at the Coachella Valley Unified School District as an AmeriCorps teacher there. So with that in mind, I just want to make sure that parents, if you have kids, send them to the Salvation Army, and at the same time, I'll follow up to see if we can start that relationship with the STAR system, because we're going to apply for it. So with that, I thank you, and God bless.
Next, Karen Johnson.
Good evening. I'm Karen Johnson, President of the Palm Springs Teachers Association. I'm very excited that tonight we have on your agenda the sunshines from the district and the association so we can start our bargaining this year. We are very excited for this year's negotiations and hope that we can finish it in a timely manner. Thank you so much.
Next, Robert Ramos, can you come on up?
Good evening, President and board members. My name is Robert Ramos, and I belong with the Ironworkers of Local 416. Been in the union for 30 years. I'm also a delegate to the IE Building Trades. Just to go off what my brother Jacob was saying, we're here to create a true partnership also with the Palm Springs Unified School District, right? In the short time I've been here, I've gotten some contacts. I also been already speaking with the Desert Hot Springs. I set up a senior day with them. And what I found out is we have a lot of talent here in the city of Palm Springs. We don't want them moving down. We want them to reside here, right? So these are some of the community outreach that we do as part of our craft to keep the local residents here, right? The teacher that reached out to me was Valentina Perez, right? So out of that, another teacher found out. So I was already talking to 2 senior classes, right? I asked them questions, what do you guys want to do, right? That's my main question. Some of them already had a good plan. I'm like, wow, you guys are good already. But some of them were confused, right? And what I did, my whole presentation, I brought on all my ironworker stuff that I could fit in my truck, and they sparked interest. All we're here as a building trades council, as an ironworker, as IBW, is present these opportunities to the young students. Not only that, to the residents that currently live here, right? Veterans, helmets to hard hats, from second chance groups. We're involved in all that. So this is the partnership that we want to bring in while we are presenting these community workforce agreements. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you.
Next is item 12. Our student board members' reports will be presented by Sarah Singh and Leslie Aguilar Hernandez. First up, we have Sarah from Desert Hot Springs High School.
Good evening, everyone. This is my Desert Hot Springs High School District Board Report for the months of December to January of 2026. So this is what's on my agenda. We're going to be covering general updates on campus events, sports updates around the city, academic achievements, and upcoming events. First, for our general updates, our Desert Hot Springs High School staff took their annual holiday sweater staff photo, which definitely brought out the holiday joy on campus, as you can see on the left. On the right side, we also celebrated National Athletics Administration Day, showing love and support to our athletics director, Dr. Hagar, and Ms. Barraza, who work extremely hard for our school. For our on-campus event, starting off, we taught the importance of gratitude. We had Koya, our Golden Eagle mascot, hand out turkey treats and messages to show that we are extremely grateful for all of our amazing Golden Eagles on campus. Our Wellness Center also did a gratitude tree activity to allow students to write and share what they are thankful for. Moving on to an incredible event held at our campus, our winter choir concert. These Golden Eagles practiced great amounts to deliver amazing voices in the winter choir concert. In the photo to the left, you can see the students dressed in black dresses that were custom made for this concert. A huge thank you to our Golden Eagle Chorale, our choir concert, and Mr. Kelly, the music teacher, for delivering an incredible performance. Another super exciting event we held on campus was our Winter Small Business Expo. We invite outside small business vendors and student vendors onto our campus to sell their merchandise and help them gain a following. We had amazing vendors selling handmade items, baked goods, clothing, and much more. Lastly, for our on-campus events, we had our Toys for Tots drive, where we accepted toy donations, which were distributed to Two Bunch Palms Elementary School. Transitioning to our Golden Eagle sports, the annual Desert Hot Springs High School Fall Sports Awards were held in our gym. On the left are our amazing athletes who received MVP awards for their teams, including girls basketball, football, tennis, girls golf, cross country, and girls volleyball. Our Eagles continue to strive for greatness. Our girls and boys soccer teams are doing an incredible job this season with many wins. Our boys soccer JV team recently took the win against Banning Broncos, and our girls soccer team continues to display amazing performance and an amazing 4-0 win against Cathedral City High School. Our Golden Eagles girls and boys basketball teams have been a main highlight, with Tyrone Grace shown in the video taking flight against Xavier Prep High School. Our boys basketball also traveled to the Acrisure Arena for a basketball shooting competition. Our girls basketball team continues to show amazing sportsmanship on and off the courts, with our JV team recently taking the win against Palm Springs High School. Sprawling into action, we have our wrestling team, who are working hard this season, with many of our Golden Eagles placing at recent tournaments. They continue to push through as their senior night is this Thursday. And our Eagles are taking flight. Our Golden Eagles have been taking flight, our DHSHS band competing at a championship, topping all of their previous scores this season and winning the Audience Choice Award. Below that is our Real Academy students helping students at Two Bunch Palms Elementary School on building blades for wind turbines. Numerous amounts of our Golden Eagles groups participated in our City Holiday of Lights Parade, representing our youth to our city while bringing festive holiday spirit. And on the right, our USB leadership class at Desert Hot Springs High School traveled to Disneyland California Adventure for their annual CATA conference, where they experienced many leadership workshops with over 2,000 high school leadership students attending. For our academic achievements, DHSHS student Emerson was rewarded for being caught doing the right thing by helping his family with their business after school while staying a scholar. Desert Hot Springs High School student Joel Ruiz, on the bottom, was awarded the Greater Coachella Valley Student of the Month for his outstanding performance as a true scholar. And on the right side, our Desert Hot Springs foreign exchange student Aino Scottman was rewarded the 2025 Artist Certificate with her Palm Springs holiday drawing displayed on the banners around the city. Lastly, the upcoming events. Our most anticipated Blackout Rally to promote our upcoming winter formal dance, where students glow in the gym to watch various performances and play class competitive games, and that is taking place January 29th. We also have our winter formal dance, which is themed Starry Night, being held at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway for students to enjoy a night under the stars, which is taking place January 31st. And that is all for my report. Thank you.
Next up, we have Leslie from Cathedral City High School.
So, hello everybody. Today, January 13th, I'll be going over the month of January at Cathedral City High School. I will be going in depth to our academies and other happenings around our school. So, first up on my agenda, I have the month of December as well as other events coming up in January. Our academies, extracurriculars, sports, and other upcoming events. Sorry, everyone. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Okay, so first up on my agenda, I have our HEAL Academy. So before going into break, our HEAL seniors met with their amazing counselor, Mrs. Fury, and completed their UC and Cal State applications. To wrap up first semester, the HEAL Academy had a fundraiser in which each class created a basket and had to sell it as a part of a raffle. Now, to start off the new semester, HEAL students have been studying for their SLC event all week. SLC is a competitive healthcare event, including schools from all across California, in which students participate in various competitions, including public service announcement, EMT skills, medical terminology, and much more. Best of luck to all of our students. Next up is our Avid Academy. So, similar to our HEAL Academy, our Avid seniors worked on the UC and Cal State applications. Avid students of all grades also worked on the Avid Write-Off, which is a timed essay in which students write about a given topic and have to use evidence-based writing and critical reading skills to answer the prompt. Winners of each grade are recognized at the county level. Winners are to be announced. And now, next up is our CCHS Data Academy. So our CCHS Data seniors had CTE dual enrollment classes and worked with Adobe certified professionals to gain certifications and internships. Data Academy students have been focusing their time preparing for Skills USA, a competition in which they have events such as welding and culinary arts to robotics and public speaking. It assesses students in leadership and professionalism, as well as hands-on skills demonstration. Students were also invited to the Palm Springs International Film Festival's Student Screening Day. And next up is our IB Diploma program. So our IB Diploma seniors multitask working on their college applications and CAST project, which is a student-led project in which students have interconnected activities over the span of 1 month with the goal of to develop skills in problem solving, decision making, and real-world scenarios. And next up on my slides, I have our band and guitar winter concert. So for our extracurriculars, our CCHS held their annual band and winter concert. The band and winter concert is held annually in the theater and displays their skills, hard work, dedication, talent. Each and every one of our students put work into their shows. So great job, Lions. And after that, I have our winter choir concert. So moving on, we see the annual winter choir concert. Which displays groups and individual talent with our students. Students performed group carols, individual solos, and duets. Great job to each of our individual students. And now I have the CCHS winter sports. And now our winter sports. Our current winter sports include boys and girls soccer, wrestling, girls water polo, and basketball. Recently, our Lady Lions water polo had their senior night on January 8th. Although they didn't get the results that they hoped for, we wish them luck for the rest of their season. And good luck to our boys and girls wrestling team. And congrats to our boys soccer team on beating DHS 3-0. And now for our upcoming events, we have our Data Awards, our AVID Awards, and Spring Sports Info Week. And are there any questions on my presentation? Question? All right, and that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah and Leslie, for those great reports. Next up, we have a presentation, Educational Services Update, OE-10. Dr. Kovac will introduce the ETIS Director, William Carr, to present an update on artificial intelligence, AI, and Palm Springs Unified District Implementation Plan.
Thank you. Yes, this evening we have our Director of ETIS, Will Carr, and our Coordinator of Technology, Bhavani Patel, who will be presenting our implementation plan, and we're very excited for our board to hear the work that we're doing in that area.
Well, good evening, Board President Cornett, board members, Superintendent Funchess, and Cabinet. Can you hear me okay, everybody? So tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about AI, where our district, how we got to this point, and our plan to get it rolled out to our teachers, students, in a safe, strategic, ethical manner. The purpose of today's presentation is to outline those strategic goals, talk a little bit about how we're aligning it to CASP standards, and discuss a little bit about all the effort our committee put into this plan to ensure that we're trying to hit all the different goals and also take on this huge new task of AI. I'm sure everybody's heard different things in the news and seen many positive things and also heard many different scares, and we want to address those through this plan to ensure that everything is going to go super smooth and as we plan. We created a vision, and we identified in that vision a goal, and so we want to use technology to create equitable opportunities for all of our students, which is going to empower PSUSD to reach our educational goals, and we're going to really lean on that personalized learning piece, which AI really does a lot of heavy lifting, so allowing us to give the student what they need instead of trying to blanket the whole classroom with what we think they need. Our core strategy, we want to lighten the educator workload and elevate the student mastery with standards. And Bhavani's going to talk a little bit about that in a second, about how we're aligning the AI tools to focus on CASP, our curriculum aligned with the goals of mastering our CASP standards. Really important for the district and for our students. guiding policy. We've created, and you guys approved, the new board policy 6038. And so everything we've done has gone back to that lens of aligning this plan, this adoption to that policy, as well as AB 2876, which Governor Newsom signed in, which talks about bringing AI into the curriculum and opening pathways for our students to access AI. How did we get to where we are today? So this all started about 2024 in October. We created what we call the draft AI plan, presented that to some folks in Ed Services and Cabinet. They reviewed the plan and gave us a green light to go on to the next steps, which was creating an AI committee. We did that back in January through June of 2025. At that time, our AI committee, we quickly realized, needed more information about AI, how AI works, what are some of the concerns in education, such as biases, ethics, issues about students using AI to maybe plagiarize, to cheat, or to do other things that shouldn't necessarily do in a classroom. So as we got everybody up to speed on all these different emerging trends and technologies, the AI committee started learning as well, which helped influence our plan even more. Fast forward to July 2025, we started diving deep into different AI tools that we wanted to use as our main tool and resource for this plan. We looked at Magic School, ChatGPT, the educational version, Gemini Notebook. Magic School became our overall #1 choice just for many different reasons. And so our students will be able to see that really soon. So it basically takes a chunk of all different AIs, puts it into a safe environment, and allows that student to really do research, get help on CAFs, all kinds of good things. We then updated the policy and AR, had some revisions, some inputs, and then finally we got the adoption of the board policy. Now, November through today, we've reviewed the plan one more time with our committee. We enrolled most of our committee members into an RCOE AI Educator Ready course, which is really great. After we go through this pilot phase, we might introduce that to more staff. And today we're presenting to you guys. Me going through that little timeline there. The foundation of our AI plan includes a formal vetting and compliance piece. That's super important to us because AI is so new, and we're always worried about like data leaks or misuses. So we have the committee, the team, again, put together this plan, but the vetting process with the vendor required us to create a customized data privacy agreement. We did that with a little support from site and AALR. Our legal team looked at that as well. And Magic School met all the criteria, and so really just want to really focus on the fact that we're taking this very serious. We have complete adherence to the AB 1584, FERPA, COPA, and student data privacy. Our Magic School environment is a closed-walled system, so no data ever goes out to any generative, no mining, no learning goes outside of it. We also have some advanced security features for our students and staff. So we have single sign-on, meaning that your Google logon that you get into most everything else will pass on through to that. So your account is tied to the art account, which gets then passed on through to through Google and Clever for secure access. We also have a 24-hour breach notification protocol in place with Magic School, and we do our regular audits and security checks and updates. So it's a really safe environment that we put a lot of time and effort into. With that, I'd like to introduce, if there's no questions, I'd like to introduce the amazing Ms. Bhavani Patel. She is our coordinator of educational technology, and without her, none of this would be possible. And here we go.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. One of the biggest reasons with going with Magic School AI is it's built for educators by educators. And essentially, we've been able to center it and ground it in PSUSD curriculum and standards alignment. The best part of it is all the guardrails that are in place to make sure it's safe for our students, as opposed to using ChatGPT or any open AI system. It's a closed system, which makes it very safe for students to use along with their teachers, and it lets the teachers focus on the instructional piece. one of the biggest wins is it restructures and gives back time to our teachers. So the tools that are present and available to the teachers, they can be all aligned to PSUSD goals and standards, along with our content standards alignment as well. So essentially, it helps the teachers, as in it supports them and gives them more time to focus on classroom instruction, differentiation, building relationships with our students. And because it is a great tool, as any tool, requires the human eye. So teachers are still at the forefront. They're in control of what gets processed and made and how it gets delivered. So they review it, and it always requires teacher judgment. And it does not replace, but it only supports our educators. And so essentially, some of the tools that it gives back that we have aligned to our district are their lesson planning tools, or they can align differentiation. How are they going to support the various needs that our learners have? So essentially, altogether, this supports our educators in providing the support that for our learners that they need in the classroom. Okay. As I said earlier, it's a very safe environment, student room environment. That is a closed space where students are interacting, and it gives visibility to the teacher. So the teacher can see the interactions that the students are having with the AI, and there's safeguards that are built in. So the focus in this group would be for the learning that's happening. And as I said, the teachers have visibility, and everything is grounded in PSUSD curriculum and with standards alignment, so they're allowed to go in and provide feedback as well. So there's no worry of that the AI is going to give the answers. It's actually just a tool that helps the students think through and process. One of the biggest wins is personalized learning. So this tool will help the teachers meet and differentiate for our learners, whether it's providing ideas and scaffolds for support during small group or during differentiation. So there's a lot of support there because teachers' plates are full, and so we definitely want to provide tools and resources that support the teachers in making sure that we're meeting the needs of our students. So again, a huge focus with personalized learning and making sure that we're continuously improving our instruction to help. One of the big wins as well is being able to use data and helping our students prepare for assessments like the CASP and giving them practice with the performance tasks. So essentially in here, there's a tool that we can create and differentiate because it's not about teaching to the test, but it's about making sure that our students are ready and prepared. So multiple opportunities. So this also helps the teachers support and make sure that their students are ready as well because they're practiced, they've aligned, they know what to expect when it's coming up with assessments. Our roadmap, so it's gradual in the process and we're always kind of refining based off of the feedback. So our plan is to start with site leaders and then with the AI implementation, they would facilitate learning for the teachers and the leaders on campus. So it's a collaborative effort. And then gradually we would move into the student launch. So then as we get feedback, we can make the adjustments to the AI literacy, to curriculum, however we need to make adjustments to help the rollout with Magic School for students. Our goals are still the same, as in we still want to make sure citations, if you use anything with AI, the citation is there, the plagiarism, all of the things that we already have in place in the classroom, just connecting it with AI. Our plan is to have transparency, so we would be, because partners in this journey and this implementation are the parents in the community, so we want to make sure that they're aware of our rollout plan and they have resources available to them so they can also learn about AI in education. And they have that support and they have that understanding as well. And as obvious, there's a opt-out option. Irregardless, if they opt out or not, it won't change the instruction. This is just another way to kind of partner with our parents in this process. One of the things we did start in our web help desk system that already is in place for ETIS, the technology department. We've added in a spot for teachers and staff to be able to put in a request ticket for AI concerns that they have. So essentially, they'll be able to reach out to us directly in terms of support with AI. This dashboard will give us data and insight into how is implementation going in the classrooms? What are teachers seeing as an issue or they need support? What are things that we thought we knew, but we didn't? And this kind of helps catch those things too, because we want to make sure that we're listening to our teachers on what's working, what's not. And essentially, the plan is to annually provide a report to Ed Services about what we've discovered in the dashboard of the types of requests we're getting and things like that, because we're essentially partnering to make sure that this is equitable and it's providing support for our teachers and students. Okay, and I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Carr.
Wonderful. So as we started down this AI journey, we wanted to find some other districts that were maybe a little bit ahead of us and see what we could find about their success stories and what kind of data we were able to dig up. So Riverside Unified, they took Athena AI and they had some really interesting measurable gains. And so what they looked at was using it mainly as a way like a tutor. And so found some really interesting data around narrowing the achievement gap for diverse learners. You can see the data on there itself, but pretty powerful because of the 22% improvement in writing assessment scores and 11% faster progression for the ELs towards proficiency. And I'm hoping that we as a district take a look at what they did and see, besides just the report and this case study done, is how they had such huge success. The board got a win because of the narrowing the achievement gap for diverse learners and concrete improvements in key metrics. And they have a sustainable model, and they're allowing districts to come take a look, ask questions, and show us how to replicate some of those things. And that's just one different version of an AI implementation that went well. LA Unified, did I miss one? I did. Sorry. Let me go back up to Twin Rivers real quick. So up there near Sacramento, they adopted Magic School. And so this was the first case study we looked at really closely. They have a similar population, 25,000 students. Oh my gosh. And I'm messing everything up here. They also wanted to align their curriculum across the district. They didn't want to have pockets of different curriculums popping up, and then it was harder for them to assess. It was harder for them to do PD alignment. So they looked at Magic School, and they were able to do what we have done, is we've programmed, Bhavani has programmed the AI with our curriculum, with our pacing guides, with our essential standards, so that no matter what we ask or how we interact with it, it all is aligned to our curriculum across the board. So this is going to be really important for us as we start measuring and looking for areas where we need additional support. So this was really a positive study. Some things that we found was teachers saved significant time using IEP generators and text levelers, improved curriculum across the school, and streamlined compliance. The board identified improved teacher morale and success of support for new students, new teachers. So as new teachers came in, the AI kind of made things a little bit easier for that teacher to get on board with the curriculum, with the policies, because it guided them along the way. And always in the news, LA Unified, they used Copilot, which is a Microsoft AI product, and they initially used it as a way to be like the chatbot, kind of like on our website. Ask it a question, it'll give you some information, it'll point you in the right direction. Then they decided to develop it to become like a 24/7 tutor. And so students now can say, help me with my CAS practice, or help me with this. and the AI then gives them that support immediately. Some takeaways about that is that it's kind of cool to have that 24/7 tutor that's aligned to our district curriculum anytime, anywhere. How cool would it be? I'm at home, I'm working on something, and I want to get some good advice or support on whatever I'm working on from something that is programmed just for our district or aligned to our curriculum. So, kind of interesting and kind of positive there. Some numbers, 94% says Magic School and AI saves valuable time. And it does. We all use AI in different aspects, helping us out with a quick email, maybe putting together some type of plan, graphics. It saves tons of time. What we want to do is free up more time for that person-to-person, that direct instruction in that classroom. Literacy scores, 20% improvement in grade level literacy when properly deployed. So we'll see what we get, but that is something pretty amazing if we hit that 28%. Closing achievement gaps for struggling readers, standardized tests, their scores on average up 30%, better preparation, targeted intervention. So if I can ask the computer to help me prepare for my SBAC test, and as the computer analyzes what I'm having issues with, what I'm succeeding in, now I can be heavily focused on what I need to do to get those higher scores or mastery of the standards. Interesting fact, 12% increase in attendance, 15% fewer dropouts, and improved student connection to learning. So kind of interesting data and very positive. Conclusion, our commitment, equitable educational opportunities for all students at PSUSD. And so with the dashboard, we will all be able to see where the adoption rate's happening and where it's not happening. So if you ask me, are these students accessing the AI and how they're interacting with it, we'll be able to provide that data quickly. We'll also be able to see that data and then provide additional supports as to why the AI tools are not being used. We'll be able to figure out quickly. We won't have to wait a year and say, oh, these groups of kids or these teachers haven't used it, because that dashboard is live. Responsible implementation of innovative technologies. As it is AI and it's evolving daily, we will also stay ahead of that with our committee. We'll have 21 brains. We'll grow that even bigger. We'll add students and maybe some additional parents to that committee, just so that we have more brains, more eyes on evolving changes, trends, and just it's going so fast right now. Next steps. So we're starting an AI champion training. We want to start that immediately, which is basically bringing AI to those trailblazers, those leaders. We're going to also launch a principal training here coming up really soon, like Thursday. And and with that, we'll start implementing those classrooms for our students. So right now, so no longer you have to just use your chat on your phone. You'll be able to hop on that Chromebook or your device in the classroom, get in there and have access to all the AIs in that student classroom as we roll that out with the teachers. And then we're going to continue to report because of the changes. So we're going to do another outcome in June with the evaluation of adoption, trends, how we're pulling the curriculum, essential standards into the AI, and maybe we'll have some interesting data to align to some assessments that are coming up. I'll let the amazing Bhavani read this.
AI is a tool and not a replacement, designed to support teachers, enhance instruction, and broaden learning opportunities for our students.
That was amazing. So thank you very much. I had a different ending in there, but this one sounded really well. So any questions from board? You got it.
Have any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. The first one, the parents, they are included in these new eras, this is something big change in the...
So right now, our plans for the parents are multiple pronged. So we're going to not only communicate out with Parent Square, with Parent View, we're also going to involve our Family Engagement Center, and then also we're going to offer sessions. So besides information and communications about AI, we're going to be also offering opportunities to learn about AI. We're going to mostly lean on the Family Engagement Center heavily, but we're focusing on other avenues as well. You want to add something to that?
As we expand our committee, we would incorporate parents in that too for the AI committee.
But it could be scary, especially for certain parents that aren't in that realm, right? So they only hear is what maybe they hear on the news, or so we want to dispel and show the positiveness and our intentionality with the Magic School and those in the walled garden space where the students will be able to access these tools. So.
I have a question. It's more like, could I request that we get to see the lessons? We hear about them, you talk, and we read, but could you send us links with real lessons and kids, or share them somehow? Rather than us visit limited amounts of classrooms, we could maybe have on your website or a link that we could access ideas that are already in place, because I know there's good things happening out.
There is. You guys will also have an account to Magic School, so you'll get to access the chat, the Gemini. We'll figure out how that comes about and the training goes. However, if you do want to see some lessons, we have built multiple already as we were going through and making sure that it does align to our curriculum correctly in our pacing guides. So I'll work with Simone on next steps.
All right, so I got a quick question. It may not be as quick. Did I hear you say with the AI tool that the teacher will have the opportunity to buffer anything before it gets to the student?
Yes, the teacher's in control in terms of what content gets made and they push out. The teacher gets the final decision on that, so it is protected that way.
So, but what I mean is the response. So, like whatever you put in ChatGPT or whatever you put in Magic School Bus, the response goes to the system. Is there anything that helps to stop the response that they get before the response comes back to the student?
The AI chatbot?
Yes.
So so we've tested this multiple times, and so the teacher will not interfere with the response that goes to the student. However, the responses that go to the student, the AI is already programmed for our educational environment and our grade level. I tried some crazy things too. I tried to break it. And then if a student does try to do something, say they're trying to create CO2 for whatever, the teacher gets alerted, the principal will also get alerted, and we'll see those searches that fall within that gray area or other area. The AI will steer them right back to the safe environment, so it's very robust. But the teacher won't get to tell the AI what to tell the student.
So, see, and that's where the little bit of the issue that I'm going to have from a standpoint of equitable practices and students of color. For example, I was at a conference, and in the conference they were saying that some of the response that the students were getting back were harmful to them, and it was causing them to even go as far as to commit suicide from responses they were getting back from ChatGPT or Magic School Bus or any of those AI tools. So what I'm trying to say is that the first thing I did, because I am kind of active on AI, the first thing I did was I put Magic School Bus, and I put what are some of the cons that you'll get from Magic School Bus, and here is the response I got. Magic School Bus has long been praised for making science fun and accessible to children, and it certainly holds educational values. However, as we continue to strive for excellence and inclusion in our classroom, it is important to look at how representation shows up for students of color. While the characters appear diverse, their identities are often surface level. Students of color are rarely positioned as leaders, experts, and problem solvers, and cultural backgrounds are not meaningfully explored. This can unintentionally reinforce the idea that authenticity, knowledge, and leadership primarily comes from one specific perspective. So what I want to say is that before we roll this out, and I don't want to roll out anything to where we're now changing education and we're moving forward to another direction. And I don't want to take that ugly word racism or anything like that into the future. So what I'm asking is, as we roll out these different things, I know that there's different tools and different things that have been put in place, I would like for us to look at some of these tools and different things like that, because I don't want to take our students not seeing themselves or not being represented in anything going into the future, especially since we're moving into the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I would, if you could, at some, so it's Magic School, not Magic School Bus. Magic School
yeah.
Bus is a video
I'm
with
at Magic
character.
School, sorry.
Yeah, so if you hit Magic School, the safeguards and the biases and the things around it are amazing. So I'm wondering if maybe the chat thought it was the program the Magic School Bus, which does have characters, because you referenced characters and shows. I think that might have been Magic School Bus, but the Magic School AI tool for education is, I tried to break it with all kinds of things, trust me. It's pretty powerful. However, I will ensure and I'll prove to you that it is the right tool for our kids. I will.
And can we do something like that before we roll it out? I just don't want
I hear you loud and clear.
any biases or anything to happen for our students.
I'll work with someone on some ideas, maybe a workshop, or so you can get the hands-on and see it and try to push the boundaries of those concerns. But it's pretty powerful. And so it's not like chat. Chat's open. Chat, you can get down some deep rabbit holes and have some fun with and other issues. This is definitely aligned in tons of safeguards. Like I even, on a parent advisory committee, I was trying to show some parents from the Desert Hot Springs area of how safe it was by pushing and hitting like sensitive areas around like drugs and things. And it comes back positively. It points the students back to their support counselors. It gives them alternative things to think about. It's really powerful. So I would love to at some point show a demo or give you the hands-on, or
that would be great.
I'll stop right there.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to add to that. Thank you, Mr. Carr. But to your point, Mr. Irvin, we do take those matters seriously as well. And one of the things that was pointed out by Mr. Carr and Bhavani was that it's a closed system. So in your upcoming training, I believe it's at the beginning of February, we'll take you through all of that, give you the processes, have you try to break it, like Mr. Carr said, so that we can put you at ease about that. Point well taken, though. Thank you, sir.
How about our student board members? Do you have any questions about AI and the implementation of it in our district?
Thank you for asking. So it's more of like a comment, not necessarily a question. But going back to how you were saying how AI does kind of fuel a little bit of harmful responses and stuff, we are actually currently learning about that in school. And like in our English classes, they're implementing real AI chats between minors and ChatGPT and things like that, and seeing how harmful it is. I do, as a student, I am a bit concerned because AI is everywhere. Everywhere you go in school, every single student has it on their phone, and they're not using it the right way. I do believe that it is a great tool. It could be used to be a great tool, but like how they were saying they wanted to test it out. Have you tested it out with any students before?
So yes, Magic School's been around for a while, and our district actually has used it for multiple years, the free version. So heavily at Palm Springs High School, almost like a 74% adoption rate, and so it's in its fifth year as a company. However, with the new AI advancements, it's in its third year, and so far, really good feedback, really good case studies, and from those teachers in our district that have been using it, they're begging for the full enterprise version because the free one is limited. So as we do this rollout and our teachers bring it to the classroom and they give you access to we call it a sandbox, but to the AI chats, as you start to work with it, you'll see it kind of prompts you to learning. It kind of leads you down to the answers instead of giving you answers. So it's very educational-y. Nothing like chat, nothing like Gemini, nothing like Bard, where it's wide open, highly tailored to the educational environment. I'm going to say it's like this, the not so cool brother of chat, but it's pretty darn powerful. And the fact that it can do, it has access to all the different engines. So like maybe you're more, you prefer maybe chat over Gemini, or maybe you like to go to, or maybe you use Bard. It uses all of them. It's just within the confined space of the safety and education. So you're not limited to like what Google's doing with Gemini or what Apple's doing. So it's highly, highly, highly praised. And then I cannot wait until we get it out into the students' hands, because right now the teachers are using it, but we don't have the walled gardens out to the students. And that's where I can't wait to see the data, the usage, and changes to CAF scores and standards. But those are all valid points. It's on all the phones. Every phone that has a decent new OS has AI built into it. The kids use it my kids use it. Everybody's using it, and so it's everywhere. So how to use it properly? How do we introduce, digital citizenship? So that's also been added into our
AI literacy as well.
Yeah, and the AI literacy piece is huge, because you're absolutely right. You probably have friends that misuse it or do funny things. So huge, important pieces, and with our rollout and our training, we're going to start talking about that. Have you ever been a part, real quick question, have you been a part of the digital citizenship program in the past? Has that been offered to you ever? Cyber Champions by chance? No?
No.
So we're adding a new layer to the Cyber Champions program, which is a digital literacy, and also teaches ethical use of technology, including AI. And then once you complete that, then we allow students to then bring their devices onto the BYOB network, right? So now you have to use your data. You can use the district's network once you complete the course. And we revamped that with a huge chunk of AI literacy. So that will have to get reviewed, and then we'll see about rolling that out as well. But great statement.
Yeah. I think that since it is a closed AI, sorry, I wasn't finished, but I think that since it is a closed AI system, I'm glad that that is being implemented in schools, especially since we have a lot more control over it. But my biggest thing, if it's possible to implement in schools, is to sort of, before you even do any sort of magic school or any other AI systems for students, is to give a lesson to all the students, all the schools that are using it, about the ways to, not the ways to, but the importance of using AI the right way. Like, just really inform the students on that before even implementing any AI systems, because it is a very strong tool and it could be
Absolutely.
misused.
Yeah, so the ethical use part, which goes with adult students, everyone in terms of that. So definitely, if when it gets rolled out, teachers would be prepared to have these conversations with the students before it goes live to students as well.
And can we reach out to you and others, leaders, for some input, feedback on that process as well, and what we create, that content? That would be huge.
Okay, great.
Leslie, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I actually had a couple questions. So I was just gonna ask if like the AI system flags students by any chance who try to use AI inappropriately, and if there's like any consequences that would come along with that.
So it does alert the teacher. It doesn't flag. It does alert the teacher as to potential concerning self-harm or inappropriate searches. So then that teacher then can have that conversation, or we could, if it's serious, we could bring in the right support structures and folks, right? So it does alerting. It does trending information. As far as consequences, right now everything is aligned with our educational code, and so really focuses around plagiarism, bullying, online bullying, things of that nature. So if someone tries to do that, it's going to stop them first of all, but so they do it in a different way via chat on their cell phone, and then they post it and we find out, then they would follow the normal ed code rules and I guess penalties around that type of bullying or misuse of technology. But it really, it keeps you from ever getting in trouble. It really does.
And then I just have two more questions. So do you guys go like hand in hand with Go Guardian? Because I do know that is something that the district does to like prevent, or just for preventative measures. So I was just wondering how you guys go together and, how it correlates with one another.
So if I heard, the question was how does Go Guardian align with the Magic School, or how
Yes.
is Go? So yeah, we love Go Guardian, as you know. So we have Go Guardian on all our devices. It helps us with our filtering outside of hours, and so the Go Guardian has a passive alerting. So if a student is going to do something harmful to themselves or harmful to others or make a threat, alerts are then generated, and so. The district, our district support folks get alerted to those items, and it helps us ensure that we're compliant with children's online privacy protection, as well as what access students have outside of the school. So that's the filtering on your Chromebook when you take that Chromebook home. The only alerting, again, is if you're looking for something that's self-harm, potentially dangerous, like maybe meeting an adult or doing something of that nature, then key people in the district get alerted, and we're able to help out, intervene. The Go Guardian will not read Magic School. Magic School has its own safeguards in place. However, what's nice about the Go Guardian, that's anything on the internet, anything you browse, any website you hit. When you're in that Magic School closed environment, you're inside its closed environment, and that's the alerting that we use. Hopefully that answered the question, sort of.
I did, thank you.
Thank you also very much.
Thank you for the wonderful information and update on how we're implementing AI in our district. Okay, we're on to board member comments. Do we have any comments from the Board of Education tonight? You're starting. No, Madonna? Are you
Yes,
starting?
I just need to check with Board Member Betty Cueta about something, and I think I'll just do it. This is Board Appreciation Month, and we want to make sure that we show our appreciation to you as our board members. And we honor you, and we thank you, and we're not going to talk about the end of the year. We're just excited that you come with your passion and your heart and your interest every single time. And you show us your life through your presentations, and then you talk about your life in your responses. And that helps us stay grounded and know the reason why we are here, because of you. So with that, we'll give you a round of applause. Yeah. All right, so this has been such a great month this past December, filled with kids all from Palm Springs Unified, all across the valley, all across the district, and all across the world. And without even knowing, there are students popping up at the Brass and Sass Gay Men's Chorus concert here at the Plaza Theater, and the Jangles are there, and kids from our middle school, Nellie Kaufman, are there. And at the Barry Manilow Gift of Love concert, our students are there singing with Barry Manilow and standing behind him and seeing our kids travel across the world to Rome. It was just like pop-up students from Palm Springs Unified, not even including these important, really key events. First, with board member Betty Cueta, we went to the Shop with a Cop at Walmart on a Saturday, and we got to, really the cops wanted to shop with the kids, our kids. And we appreciate Walmart for donating their baskets and their stuffed toys, and McDonald's for providing breakfast, and the cops and sheriffs and mounted horse patrol that came out and helped kids pick out things that they liked and they really needed. Some students picked out towels and brushes and hair bows, and it was really an honor to work with Gustavo Araiza, Mike Villegas, and thank you again to Chief Andy Mills, because that was a special day. Then in the afternoon, I scooted over to Kauai Elementary for their winter festival and had a chance to meet the owners of A&D Cleaning, who set up a whole display with ice and snow. And I stood in front of a snowman in real snow there at their festival. They provided food for the kids, activities. They provided food for the parents. What was wonderful is they had boxes from the food shelter, and they gave away boxes of food, as many as parents wanted there. And I thank Principal Robert Stell and all of the PTA and PTG parents that day. That was just December 13th. Then on December 15th, with Board President Karen Cornett, we attended Mark Carnevale's Celebration of Life service for the city council member who recently passed away. And my condolences to all of his family, all of the people of Cathedral City, Mayor Gregory, and all of the city council, and the people that were so surrounded by his spirit and joy. And so we were there to celebrate his life, and that was really important. I think I'm going to piggyback on the 16th. I went to Cathedral City High School to Matt Howe's music concert, winter concert at Cathedral City High School. I was in the audience and had a chance to hear one of the most wonderful saxophonists. I don't know, Leslie, do you know who that was? All-state saxophonist. They dedicated the concert to City Council member Mark Carnevale that night. And Matt Howe spoke about how Mr. Carnevale had touched Cathedral City High School in so many ways. He also mentioned like an upcoming Costa Rica tour. Yes, they're fundraising. And they just had a part one, and then it was getting a little late. He said it was a short concert, but I think it was a good concert that night. The same evening, I went to the Palm Springs Theater Company showcase and snuck into the theater. They had over 25 skits, and the creative team of director Allison Boyton, tech director Colin O'Grady, the stage managers, crews, the kids that took care of the sound, lights, projection, spotlights, and of course, Palm Springs High School administration, and the help of David Green, musical theater director and our leader in the music part of our district. Then on Wednesday, December 17th, I was able to meet in a Zoom for a multi-year vision one-on-one meeting with Jim DeLizia, is that correct? Yeah, and Jim is helping our district with direct questions to us as board members and compiling information and data to help us and our teams and our support with our superintendent to develop our multi-district or multi-year plan and prepare for future years. And as he was asking me the questions, he actually kind of like made me stop and think, and I even wondered if I had said what I really wanted to say in this one-on-one interview, because I did not have any idea what he was going to ask. Thursday, December 21st, was Do the Right Thing at the Palm Springs Police Department. Our wonderful students, Javin Patrick from Palm Springs High School, Ruby Payo from Edward Wensloff, Josue Nicolas Villa from Agua Caliente, and Alex Parra from Rancho Mirage Elementary. They were honored. And you would say maybe a lot of people weren't going to be there because it's, near the holidays. On 21st of December, you couldn't even find a place to sit. There were so many parents and community partners and teachers there. It was just amazing. Last, I have to speak about the film festival. This is like a glowing light and spotlight with us as partners here in Palm Springs Unified. The festival is just ending, but we are so fortunate to have Nakhtar Singh Chandi as the executive director and relative of Sarah that leads us in this great event. He was so proud that we mentioned her name and met him. Lily Rodriguez, the artistic director, Mayor Palm Springs, Naomi Soto, we chatted with her, and then Jennifer Van Camp, the programming director and education coordinator, was at the family day on Saturday. And I looked it up and I found these are the ways our students are involved in the festival. They go to the Film Society with the cinema, and they meet at the museum and attend Film Festival and Short Fest in June. There is a Young CNET jury, and Ryan Blasey from Bromley from Palm Springs High School is on the film jury. There are internships, 20 hours per week for 6 weeks, and students earn $2,000 stipends. The 1,500 students attended the screening of Speak from all the high schools, including ours. They watch a film and engage with filmmakers, question and answer. Now, you can be a volunteer at the film festival as a student, and for every shift you work, you earn a ticket. And so that is a perk. We have filmmaker in the classroom with direct engagement face-to-face, working with filmmakers, and then Family Day at the theater at Mary Pickford and the festival, where people had a chance to, and families had a chance to engage with films directly and for no charge. So kudos, thank you. Palm Springs Film Festival, hats off to you and for all of the variety of things you do for our kids and with our kids. And then last night I was at the APAC meeting on Zoom, and it was good to touch base with our parents and to hear about our Portrait of a Graduate presentation from Dr. Dimmick. And I think I just would like to say Feliz Año Nuevo. Les deseo mucho salud y felicidad a todo aquí in Palm Springs Unified. So I wish the best of health and happiness to all our staff and our students here in Palm Springs Unified. And that's my report. Thank you.
Okay, the same. I want to wish, I hope everyone have the happy New Year. And I will start after the last meeting in December 13. I was with board member Madonna Jurel in the Palm Springs Police Shop with a Cup. About 40 Palm Springs scholars received the support from this police department program. And December 18, what the Palm Springs Unified School District in and out appreciation cookout. It was good events where interact with the employees from the whole school district. The same day, and since what do the right change celebration, and also in the same day, I'm staff in the DILAC District English Learner Advisory Committee, with what the first meeting for Jairo Alcantar Armenta. He's a good, what position, is director, is him, or administrator? Yeah,
Our duly Merchantosa. Jairo?
Yeah, Jairo. Yeah, this is a good decision to have him there. And in December 19, I attended the Agua Caliente Elementary Winter Festival. So it was a lot of turnout from the Agua Caliente Elementary School. In December 30, I'm studying the Rancho Mirage High School. That was a tournament, 4 days at high school basketball tournament. During this year, they call a Desert Holiday Classic. It's from December 26 to December 30. It's one of the biggest high school basketball tournaments in the United States with more than 100 teams. And this is the 23 traditional tournament, and teams from A state and even teams from Canada and Germany. And I attended also the popular slam dunk, that one was very interesting, and 3 games. And I think Rancho Mirage varsity basketball team was champions, and the junior varsity get the second place. Also in December 6th, the one was, no, the one is in January. Football, soccer, Rancho Mirage versus La Quinta. I want to highlight also the Palm Spring High School Spirited of the Saints marching bands. They performed in Rome. They was one only a high school in the whole United States. It's very honored for them. And also January 6th was Dr. Funchi's presentation to the Kiwanis Club in Palm Springs. A good presentation with board president Karen Cornet and our coordinator of communication, John Boyko. Thank you. And I want to highlight also our robust expanded learning program with winter camps in multiple schools and the 2026 Palm Springs International Film Festival that the Palm Springs High School hosts one of the theater for the opening and the closing movies. And you know, I want to highlight the one that we told about the winter spring vacation, but many students, staff, parents, they are not on vacation. They was very active during the winter break. And also, and yesterday I have the opportunity to attend a webinar related to the 2026 Governor Budget Proposal Breakdown confirmation. Was a good information, and we will see. And with that, I end my report. Thank you.
Yes. All right, so hello. So I got some items as well that I did. December 15th, I went to Cielo Vista Charter, and they had a program that was put on by Palm Springs High School Key Club, and also with the Palm Springs Kiwanis Club. And this event was Arthur Janet Zapala was able to read a book that she had written to our CVC students. And each one of the kids at each one of the third graders received a book and also a bear. So I think one of the Key Club students, he was a student at CVC, and he remembers the experience of getting that same bear that he got from his teacher. And he still remembered, and now he's a junior, I believe, at Palm Springs High School. And so he wanted to do something special and kind of honor his teacher. And so he had his teacher come as well. And so they put together this program at CVC to give the students a book and also a bear. So that was pretty cool to go to. December 18th, I went to Rio Vista Elementary School for the Christmas program. And it's always good to see all those students singing all those wonderful Christmas songs. December 20th, the family engagement had an event at Palm Springs High School, and it was the family giveaway day, I believe it was, at Palm Springs High School. And that is always an event that's very amazing. This year had to definitely be the biggest one I ever seen. It's unfortunate we have a lot of families that are in need and hurting during this time, and the line was all the way almost out the football field for gifts and different things like that. And all of the different companies that came out, I want to say thank you for coming out and giving those gifts to those families at Palm Springs Unified School District. It was so exciting, and they were so happy to have it. Also on last night as well, I went to the APAC Portrait of a Graduate event with Madonna on Zoom. And also, I want to talk about some upcoming things that are happening. On January 18th, the MLK commencement or commemoral, can't figure out how to say that. Well, there's a ceremony that's going to be for MLK. It's going to be at the United Methodist Church, and the address is 155 East Alejo, and that's in Palm Springs. It will be on January 18th, and that's from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. There will be another event in Desert Hot Springs to honor Martin Luther King's birthday, and that will be at First Community Baptist Church, and the address is 66272 First Street in Desert Hot Springs, and that will be on January 19th at 10 p.m. And also, I want to say to all of those seniors that are out there, it's still not too late to get in your scholarship packet. So make sure that you guys are getting in your scholarship packets. There's so many thousands of dollars that are available for all of these different scholarships that are available. We have some great different organizations that are involved with Palm Springs Unified School District, and they have money that's available for you. So I'd encourage you to fill out your application. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you, board members. I don't want to repeat everything, but I do have a few extra things. I really want to say happy 2026 to everybody and looking forward to a very busy rest of the school year. And I know that our two board members are 6 months and you'll be graduating, or actually in maybe 5.5 months. Thank you also to the people who provided public comment tonight. We're always wanting as a board to hear from our community and our parents and our students. Also, thank you to Sarah and Leslie for your wonderful presentations tonight and your very thoughtful comments about AI. You had outstanding questions. Thank you for that. They did. Congratulations also to tonight's honorees. Thank you to them for their service and to the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians. Thank you, Will Carr, for your very wonderful and informative report about AI and how it's going to work in our district and the implementation of it. So we really look forward, I know as board, to hear more about it and how it's going to be implemented in our district. I was able to have a meeting with our consultant regarding our strategic plan and multi-year vision, which was very, I think, helpful. I also attended the Kiwanis Club meeting and listened to an update provided by our superintendent, Dr. Funchess, which was really well received by the club. I really say thank you to the Palm Springs Kiwanis Club for all that they do for our kids and parents and community. And I do want to say that I was able to go to play a beautiful noise. It's about the life of Neil Diamond at the McCollum. And one of our former students, she attended Sunny Sands when I was there as principal, and she also is a graduate of MTU, Musical Theater University. Her name is Ellen McGuyan. And her mother was a teacher in our district, and she played the lead that night. It was absolutely fabulous, and she's with the touring group, and this is her second year. So it was really awesome. Thank you. Next, we have any kind of presentation or comments from our student board members? Any additional to say?
Yes, so first I would like to start off expressing my extreme gratitude for the conference that we participated in Sacramento. It was super, super fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very motivational, seeing the speaker there. Sorry, I don't remember her name, but she was mentioning to us about how the process she went through to run for her school board, and it was just very motivating because that is something that does appeal to me. And being here every day, every month, really helps support that, so I appreciate you all for that. And it just showed the purpose of us student board members to show the importance of student voices and being able to speak up for students who can't be here, and us stepping up in this role to do that for them. And I also want to say thank you for recognizing us for board appreciation. I appreciate all of you guys too. Thank you for everything you do for us. And I also want to say I'm super, super glad you guys enjoyed the film festival, and I hope you go back again next year. I'm sure you had a great time, or I hope you had a great time, but that's all for me.
Okay, so I want to say thank you all for all the gratitude that you guys show us, and I think we are able to reciprocate it back to all of you. And I want to say thank you to all the presenters we had, especially when it came to the different like CTE programs that you suggested. I think that might be a good opportunity we can look into for kids, just to show them that, you know, there are different career pathways other than college, and you don't have to go to college to be successful. You know, everyone can be successful in their own ways, and I think that is important to students, instead of limiting them and enclosing them to a circle that, you know, you have to have a degree in order to become successful, even though that's not always true. You know, I think we should let students build their own pathways. And I want to say thank you for letting us go to that conference in Sacramento. There was a lot of key takeaways, but I think my main takeaway that was that we are the future, you know, as student board members, and the change begins with us. And, you know, we aren't too young to voice our opinions and stand up for what's right. Oh, and I want to say thank you to Sarah for your presentation. I hope you know the rivalry is going to continue. Oh, and thank you to the Band of Kauai Indians for donating money and providing resources to students. It's definitely helped out in more ways than anyone could imagine. Yeah, that is it for me.
Thank you. We'll go on to number 16, Student Superintendent's Report. Dr. Funches?
All right. Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to say Happy New Year's 2026. Time to get a lot accomplished. I've been here since, seems like a year. But touchdown in July has been nothing but a special time. And so as we head into this second semester, I just want to wish everyone a happy start to the new year, and we got a lot of good things in front of us. Next slide, please. And the month of January is School Board Appreciation Month. And we have 2 board meetings set aside to make sure that we appreciate not only our board members here, but our scholar board members as well. We appreciate you. And we're going to start this board meeting with our sitting board members. And we want to thank you for the work that you do, your tireless efforts to build equitable outcomes for our scholars. We thank you, Board President Karen Cornett, Board Clerk Charlie Irvin, Board Member Sergio Spiriqueta, Board Member Madonna Jurel, and also in his absence, Board Member John Girardi. And we thank you for your service, your leadership, and your ongoing dedication for Palm Springs Unified School District. And to our Scholar Board members, we thank you as well, but we got something special for you coming up here on our next board meeting. Thank you for your leadership. Next slide, please. And a salute to our Palm Springs High School scholars who performed in Rome. And just want to point something out. This was in Rome, Italy, and it was broadcast on PBS and showcasing our band's legacy and world-class performance. And this is the only band in the local area. That's an excellent opportunity. So a shout out to Mr. Michael Ventura, the principal, and our band director, Mr. Matthew Ingleson. Job well done to our PSHS high school scholars performing in Rome. Next slide, please. I had a chance to and I want to highlight our Community Giving Day Excellence, our family engagement team, in collaboration with the foundation and our entire community, on hand to make sure that we provided resources and Christmas gifts for our scholars and families. There were over 30 booths and activities for our families to participate in, and a big shout out to Comfort Air, our event sponsors. What an excellent day that was. We were there early in the morning, not as early as family engagement, but we got a chance to make sure that we took advantage of that. Board member Irvin was on hand as well. What a good day. Next slide, please. I also want to point out our expanded learning winter camp excellence as well. Did you know over 900 scholars participated over the winter break in activities that uplifted their spirits, warmed their hearts, and allowed them to take part in extracurricular activities? That is excellence. And over 700 scholars attended. I didn't get a chance to go, but maybe next time. The Firebird hockey game last week as well. What a wonderful time that our scholars had. Shout out to Amber Gascoigne, our expanded learning program, and all of our partners that make that possible. Next slide, please. You heard Madonna Jarrell mention, you also heard Karen Cornett mention, we are embarking on a new multi-year vision in Palm Springs Unified School District. And one of the things that we're going to do in concert with our Portrait of a Graduate, where we teach our scholars communication skills, collaboration skills, problem solving, and work ethic, we are also teaching our young people to set goals for themselves. That's a part of work ethic. Setting goals allows our young people to put their best foot forward, be motivated, inspired, build confidence and self-efficacy. So we're going to show you a few of those examples. All of our scholars this year who take the CASP will set goals for that CASP and plans to reach those goals. And moving forward, our scholars will be more goal-oriented year after year. Next slide, please. Please share
What are some of the
Listen
goals
to
that
their
you
words.
set for your next part of your journey?
I do want to focus on speech-language pathologists. I just feel like that field doesn't get that attention that it needs, and I just feel like I can make an impact on that community.
Well, one of my personal goals, I think limit screen time. You know, that sometimes can burn your brain and all this stuff. So it's better to keep it a little bit down.
I really want to make a difference to other people and show that I can do certain things to help other people get that little bit of faith to do something great, gaining that mindset that they can do whatever they want, whenever they want.
How are you going to make sure that you achieve that goal?
I think that every opportunity to interact with society that life gives me, I think it's just enough.
By mainly focusing on doing my studies, doing all my work in school, trying to gain more friends, and showing that I can make a difference in their lives as I can make a difference in my life.
You're going to do great. Don't let anything stop you from reaching your goals. Good job, Marlene.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. You ready to have a great school year?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Very proud of you, Milan. Let's go, sir. Hey, Roy, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for having goals, and thank you for going after them. Good work, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, I was not the star of those videos, but our scholars were. Those are the goal setters, and that's the area of focus for us is helping our young people understand just how brilliant they are, and they can accomplish anything that they set their minds to. Last slide. As board member Irvin pointed out, as we move into Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I wanted to point out how important that day is to honor his legacy in Palm Springs Unified, to make sure that we continue to recognize the struggle for civil rights and equality, making sure that we celebrate nonviolence and courageous leadership like you see on the board and out in the audience today. We want to make sure that we honor his legacy by being called to service and that we are compelled to act, just like the hate speech initiative here in Palm Springs Unified that the board embarked on, and so did all of our leaders here. So join us in attending any MLK events or celebrating his legacy by taking action where you can to improve outcomes for all of our scholars. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Funchess. Item 17 are board action items. 17A is approval of certificated and classified employee transactions, OE 4.4. Can I get a motion to approve 17A?
I move the motion.
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Abstain.
Aye.
Abstain.
Motion passes. 17B, approval of certificated and classified employee salary schedules, OE-5. Can I get a motion to approve 17B? Can I get a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. 17C, approval of facilities study session items and future projects, OE 12.13. Can I get a motion to approve 17C?
I move the motion.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. D, approval of consolidated and reporting system CARS for 2025-26. Can I get a motion to approve 17D?
Move for approval.
Second.
Are there any questions? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. 17E, approval of request for allowance of attendance due to emergency conditions, Form J-13A, OE6. Can I get a motion to approve 17E?
I move the motion.
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Approval for 17F is approval of compromise and release agreement number 2526-10 between parents and district dated December 19th, 2025, OE-6.1. Can I get a motion to approve 17F?
Move for approval.
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of adoption resolution number 2025-2026-23, increasing the maximum monthly compensation for regular board members as amended by AB 1390. Can I get a motion to approve 17G?
I move the motion.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Item 18, superintendent's consent items. Would anyone like to pull an item for discussion or review?
No.
Can I get a motion to approve superintendent's consent items 18A through 18J?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. 18A, approval of acceptance. OE6 -6. Can I get a motion to approve? Oh, we already did it all, sorry.
It's on 19
Yep, we did it all, thank you.
information. Yeah.
Let's go down to item 18, information. Item 19 through A through F. The board has reviewed and has received and reviewed this information. Item 20, do we have any suggestions for future board agendas? No. Mr. L., do you have any? No. Mr. Irvin? No. Okay. All right, I will, want to make suggestions for future. We've got an under debrief connection, okay. The setting of the, item 21, the setting of the next board meeting, regular board meeting, will be held on January 27th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Now for debrief, I think Dr. Funchest has something he would like to say.
Yes, I would be remiss if I didn't make sure I give credit where credit is due. I wanted to give a huge thank you to Mr. Will Carr and Ms. Bhavani Patel for your presentation tonight and the work that you all have done around artificial intelligence. It is not easy to put plans together like that get the voices of our educators, our scholars, our community, and do it in such a way where we're going to roll it out. We're thoughtful about it. So thank you for bringing the board that information. Job well done, sir, and tell Mrs. Patel as well. Thank you.
Do you have something? Okay.
I just have an additional part of gratitude to our very important member, Jeff Simmons, who brought to us tonight information for us to help us plan Desert Hot Springs' future boundaries. and prepare our students and for shifts that are on the horizon and helping us see maybe ahead what might be coming for our children and for our community there in Desert Hot Springs. Thank you for giving us that front loading and helping us with questions already and providing us clarity. That's it.
Anybody else? Okay, we're at 23. Adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Wow, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.